What's up, everybody? Hobby with Cage 199. Brought to you today by Arena Club and Bleaker Trading. Haven't talked to you in a while, and I won't take too long. And this might be the new format. It might just be 5 minutes of what I'm thinking about the hobby today. You guys tell me whether or not you agree. Tell me whether or not you guys have other ideas about what to talk about in the hobby. Because, what I'm thinking about today is probably not what you're thinking about. But if you send me over what you think about, I'll be happy to do 5 minutes on what my thoughts are. Probably piss you off. Today, check out my story if you haven't on Instagram already at Cage Lawyer. Eye appeal. I got to tell you, eye appeal was a great idea. Eye appeal was something that I liked a couple years ago. But like most good ideas, once they gain a little bit of traction, they go into overkill mode. And I now happen to think that the hobby has gone way too far on the eye appeal. I think eye appeal right now is stupid. Because the moniker that you're being told about eye appeal is you should pay more for a lower graded card. Let's just use that as a baseline. In some cases, that might actually be true. Here's where it went off the rails. From a collector standpoint, eye appeal is a subjective thing. What has appeal to me has different appeal to a different collector. Just walk around a card show and see what some of these people think is appealing to wear. Think about what some of these people think is appealing to smell like. It's bad in some places. What I think is appealing to my eye is different to your eye. That is what makes eye appeal a very subjective thing. Now, a couple of years ago, when you had your eye appeal, which I think PWCC was the first one, I believe, to do their eye appeal designation and, also a subjective thing. Mike Baker has created it. Now he's gone to full-fledged grading, eye appeal with his diamond stickers and the whole 9 yards. When it was a fringe idea, when it was something that was, gaining traction and not being talked about in every single auction and every single card, when it was the exception to the rule and not the rule, it made sense because you were able to put a demarcation. Not all twos are the same. Not all threes are the same. Hell, not all tens are the same. There's a variance between them, and you'd want to pay a little bit more for the one that is appealing to you, the one that looks nicer. It's no longer a fringe thing. It's no longer something where you can find a steal. You can find a really nice looking eye appeal 2 and buy it for the price of a 2 or a 2.5. No, now the nice 2 is selling for more than a 4 or a 5. We've jumped the shark on eye appeal. You can no longer have that price discovery there. It's no longer a, hey, this guy's card's undervalued. Everybody talks about it, and the thing is now overvalued. It's the same thing with eye appeal now. And if you're paying more for a 2 than a 5, let's push the pause button here. Couple things in the last minute. Number one, eye appeal does not necessarily mean centering. For some reason, the eye appeal monitors of the hobby now, eye appeal is just 100% centering. To some people, that's not the most appealing part of a card. And number two, price-wise, guys, come on. It's gotten crazy. It's gotten silly. It's one thing if I'll pay a slight premium for one that looks nicer. Great. The thing about it is what makes grading something that made sense is it's an objective third party with standards laid out that are going to be applied across all the cards. Is it perfect? No. But it's an objective grading standard with corners and surface and centering, right? I mean, I don't want to do all four of Beckett, but centering is just one part. It doesn't make all of eye appeal. Now, sure, centering is important, and I get it. And there was a time where this whole discussion made sense. But now we've gone too far in the other direction, as we happen to do. And what I'm here to tell you is be careful with the eye appeal. Be careful with this whole new eye appeal, the love of eye appeal, the talking points of eye appeals. Because what's going to happen is that pendulum's going to swing in the other direction, and you're going to be able to buy some really nice PSA 6s for cheaper than what somebody calls an eye appeal 4 or 3. So before you were looking for those eye appeal cards, I'm going to tell you now, you should be looking for those cards that people aren't calling eye appeal because they're not getting the love they deserve. And there's your 5 minutes of hobby today. I hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you soon. I'm going to do more of these. I like this.